Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into something fundamental, maybe invisible, but absolutely critical: cryptographic entropy. This stuff, it's the secret sauce behind, well, everything secure online. Your bank stuff, SSH logins, you name it. But here's the twist, and this is really the key thing for you today. You hear about these giant keys, right? Like 2048-bit RSA. Sounds impressive. Turns out that size means almost nothing if the randomness used to make it was weak. It's like a chain, only as strong as its weakest link. So hang on, are you saying a 128-bit key could be like trivial to crack if it only started with, say, 20 bits of actual randomness?
Exactly. Yeah. Precisely. The best algorithm in the world can't make strong crypto from predictable input. It's garbage in, garbage out. Entropy, here, it's really about measuring genuine unpredictability. Real randomness. It's a concept we borrowed from physics. Thermodynamics, actually. Claude Shannon formalized it for information. And it's crucial to see the difference. Like, the digits of pi look random, right? But they're calculated. They follow a pattern. Zero entropy, technically. We need actual chaos, unpredictable physical stuff. Which brings us to the sort of duality. There's entropy as the raw physical source.
Like what? Heat noise? Quantum effects?
Yeah, exactly. Thermal noise, maybe tiny variations in fan speed, quantum events, things a true random number generator, a TRNG, tries to capture. And then there's entropy as the measure, the number of bits of that unpredictability we've actually captured.
Okay, so if that TRNG physical source is so pure, why don't systems just use that directly? I mean, it sounds slow, though. How does anything keep up?
That's the nub of it. It is slow, really slow compared to system needs. That's why we have this whole entropy supply chain idea. The TRNG provides a small but very high-quality seed.
A seed?
Right, a starting point. And then software takes over. A special kind of software. A cryptographically secure pseudorandom number generator. CSPRNG.
Okay, CSPRNG. So that takes the tiny pure seed and what? Stretches it out. Doesn't that just dilute the randomness, make it weaker?
You'd think so.
Yeah.
But the math inside these CSPRNGs is designed to be incredibly complex. They stretch that small seed into a huge, fast stream of bits that are, for all practical purposes, computationally indistinguishable from true random numbers.
Computationally indistinguishable. Okay.
But, and this is the critical point, the security of that whole massive output stream is still fundamentally limited. It's capped by the actual entropy of that initial seed.
Okay, so the source still dictates the maximum strength.
Exactly.
And our operating systems, like Linux, they manage this.
They're constantly trying to gather unpredictable stuff from the environment. You know, the exact timing of your keystrokes, slight delays at disk access, network packet arrival times.
All that noisy, messy system stuff?
Yep. It all gets mixed together into what's called the entropy pool. Think of it like a constantly stirred digital soup of chaos.
Yeah.
Usually around 4096 bits deep.
Okay, that makes sense. And this relates to that old divrandom versus divrandom thing, right?
Precisely. Historically, divrandom was the purest. It would actually it would block your program if it thought the pool didn't have enough true entropy.
Which must have caused huge performance headaches.
Oh, absolutely. But the modern view, basically since Linux kernel 5.6, is that divrandom, the non-blocking one, is the way to go for almost everything.
Because once that CSPRNG inside the kernel gets a good initial seed,
its output is considered cryptographically strong enough. The consensus shifted. The blocking was seen as overly paranoid and harmful to performance.
Right. Okay, so let's bring this home. Generating an SSH key with Shimkigin.
Perfect example.
It needs random numbers to find those two massive prime numbers that form the key pair. If the entropy source, the pool-feeding divrandom, is weak or predictable,
then your keys are predictable and potentially compromised from the moment they're created.
And this isn't just theoretical, right? Especially with virtual machines.
Oh, it's a huge practical problem. Entropy starvation in VMs is a classic issue. Imagine you create a VM template. Then you clone it maybe tens or hundreds of times really fast.
Before the OS and each clone has had time to gather unique randomness?
Exactly. If the entropy pool is depleted or identical across clones when they first boot and generate their SSH host keys,
they all end up with the same host key.
Oh, it's bad. It's catastrophic. You think you're connecting securely to different machines, but they all have the same digital fingerprint. A massive security hole.
Wow. And the Debian OpenSSL mess back in 2008, that was related?
That was the poster child for this kind of failure. A developer made a seemingly tiny change.
Trying to fix a compiler warning, I heard.
Yeah, something like that. But they accidentally commented out the line that fed crucial entropy into the OpenSSL random number generator. So the only thing left seeding it was the process ID, a simple 32-bit number.
Just 32 bits of entropy instead of Hundreds.
Right. Predictable. So researchers could and did pre-compute every single possible SSH and TLS key that could have been generated on affected Debian systems for years.
Millions of keys compromised, not because RSA was broken.
Not at all, but because the random seed was totally predictable. The foundation was rotten.
So the takeaway really is entropy first. Strong algorithms can't save you from a bad source of randomness.
That's the core lesson. It's the absolute prerequisite for any real security.
Which leaves us with a final thought, something for you to chew on.
Yeah, think about this. If the security of your server, your connection, your whole digital identity relies on this messy, chaotic, unpredictable noise gathered by a relatively complex OS, what does that mean for all those tiny, simple, low-power IoT devices? Your smart thermostat, that sensor in a field, devices that often lack keyboards, disks, busy networks, all the usual sources of environmental noise.
How can you guarantee they generate truly unique, high-entropy identities when they live in such, well, quiet environments? Something to consider.